right.
David? You went in front over there, Uncle?
My name is Matthew Velez, and this is my audience, my mom and dad. And today I'm here to inform you about the fact that Columbus State currently lacks a national football and also soccer team. And we do have women's national volleyball, but they don't attract as much attention as men's do. And that way, CSU is currently losing out on the benefits of having a national sports team. So today I want to persuade y'all to basically put forth a proposal to basically bring a national sports team to CSU. And this is coming from a student who has spent his freshman year at CSU, and that currently there's not like a big school pride or spirit at CSU. And today we're going to be going over school pride, what are the enrollments in terms of sports, and also what are the transferable skills that student athletes currently have. So today we're going to be talking about school pride. And school pride is basically something where you as an individual who went to university, 20 years later, you can look back and say, that's my university, no, that was my school that I went to. Also, by an article by Stephanie Lamb on Why School Spirit of Huffington Post, school spirit is something that brings the campus together surrounding one cause, whether that be like a social cause or that be sports. And sports generally creates a community and also brings the whole city together. When a team goes to a championship or a semifinals, the whole city goes behind that team. So that's just something that I think CSU lacks, and you only see that in Winterfest, which is in December, and that's the only time where the whole city comes together with the university to like celebrate something. So in this chart right here, I have high school student athletes versus college student athletes. The number of high school student athletes are 7.8 million, while college student athletes is 480,000. And this is brought to you by the NCAA, the National Collegiate Athletic Association. And this means only less than 2% of high school students become college athletes. But you see, the 480,000 doesn't do it justice because there's only 1,125 current universities that participate in the NCAA. So there's not a lot of college choices for the 7.8 million. And I think this next slide shows what's the difference between having a national sports team versus not. The University of Alabama and the University of Georgia both have higher enrollment rates than Columbus State and Clayton State University combined. The only two differences that University of Georgia and University of Alabama has is just one competes in different conferences and the other one doesn't. So those two universities have more students combined than CSU and Clayton. And that's generally due to the culture of sports. So lastly is the student athlete benefits. Student athletes are more likely to get a job, and this is from an article by Aaron Sorensen called The 3 Benefits of Playing Sports in College. Student athletes have skills like time management, competitive mindset, and also leadership skills. Another thing to note is from AC Tanner, how sports can teach workplace leadership skills. Teams emphasize the need of teamwork, communication, strategy, organizational skills, and self-discipline. Also, student athletes have more time for personal growth. So I think all of this just combines for like a culture of sports and of athletes. So in short, the benefits of having a national sports team is basically school pride, school spirit, something that students down the road can look back on. A big pool of current enrollment students, like as you see, there's 36,000 students in University of Alabama versus only 8,000 CSU. And that's mainly because of the culture. Also, the benefits of just basically student athletes having time management skills, something to impress future employers like, hey, these students at CSU, they're actually, legit, they have good workplace skills. So things you can do to make this happen. You can talk to incoming freshmen about it. You can say, hey, do you feel like that there's a culture on campus while you're there? Or you can make it known that CSU wants a football program. You can go to local high school communities and be like, hey, we want this to happen at CSU. Or you can sign a petition to present it to the dean. or the president to say, hey, we want this, so make it happen. So hopefully this spurs you, and that you go on and to do this and basically bring the culture of sports to CSU.